Hey guys, Jerry Mazinski here with Vexen Fishing Rods. Today I want to talk to you about their crankbait rod. First off, both of these crankbait rods can handle any type of crankbait. They're very versatile. They're an ideal crankbait rod. The reason why you want to use a crankbait rod when you're throwing a crankbait is because it has the right give. So the hooks kind of set into their mouth a little bit slower, so you don't snap those treble hooks right back out of their mouth. So I want to talk to you about the difference in length. We got a 7-foot 4-inch crankbait rod and a 7-foot crankbait rod, and when I use what for different techniques. So first off, I use the 7-foot 4 crankbait rod when I want to make a long cast. Okay, so maybe I'm fishing contour, a long stretch of a contour break or a hump, a weed line. I'm going to make a long cast to cover a lot of water. Maybe I'm up on a big flat. Okay, I want to make a long cast, keep that crankbait in the water longer, and let the fish find it. Okay, so that's when I use the 7-4. Now the 7-foot crankbait rod, I have a little bit more control over it. I can make a little bit more accurate cast. This would be for riprap, docks, stumps, laydowns, when I want to fish crankbaits around those types of structures. We've all been there before. We're fishing riprap, we're throwing that square bill down the riprap, and the wind's blowing on it, and the wind, you try to bomb it out there a little bit further, maybe get it too high in the air, the wind takes it, crashes on the rocks, breaks your square bill. That's not good. Then you got to retie. You lose a crankbait over it. That's not ideal. So I opt for the 7-foot in those kinds of situations. Make a little bit shorter cast, but then directly to the water. Directly at that distance away from shore that I want that square bill. These are the Vexen square bill. These are the Vexen crankbait rods, excuse me. And BFL winning rod. I won it with a rattle trap on the 7-4 a couple years back. So go check them out, get yourself a crankbait rod, and be more successful crankbait fishing this year. Thank you.